Hey, what's up guys? My name is Avenged One. I'm sure you know that at this point, for those of you who are watching this. Some of you, if you don't, that's fine. You'll get to know me. I'm crazy as hell. But anyways, this video today is just going to be a vlog about nothing really. I just felt like talking some things out, some crazy stuff that's been on my mind lately. There's always like so much on my mind as a person. Like a lot of people, I feel like they don't think much. I don't know what like the thought ratio is, how many thoughts a person's supposed to have in a day. But I feel like I have way too many thoughts. I don't know if that makes sense or not, if you guys feel me. I don't know. There's been times where I have woken up because I was thinking while sleeping. Like, that's crazy. Is that normal? What? Who does that? And then I always analyze every situation, which I think is kind of crazy. Like, a lot of people just be like, I accept that for what it is. I can't be like that. I gotta, like, analyze it, think about it, do it, talk about it. But it's not like I'm one of those people that's, like, crazy. Like, no, it can't be like that, because I'm laid back and chill. I don't know. I think a lot. It's weird. I don't know. Like, the other day, I was thinking about space. That's the worst place for my brain to go. And I don't mean space like, I need my space. I mean space like asteroids, planets, other crap. Like crazy. Just thinking about it for hours. For hours and hours and hours for no reason and to no avail. I didn't make any progress on the thoughts. I'm not like an Einstein, you know. I didn't figure out like, oh, if I check under the third rock on Mars, there's clearly a blueprint left from an alien's penis, or, you know, something like that. I don't know that. I'm just thinking. I like to think about the craziest of things. Like, I think about ghosts. I like to think about ghosts. I know a lot of people don't like ghosts, but I like to think about ghosts. I like to think about Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, but that's just trivial stuff. There's also other things I like to think about. Like, I remember I used to have this belief. It's a weird one, and I don't really hold it anymore. Because I am a Christian. I'm Catholic, I guess. I'm Catholic. Judge me all you want. That's how I was raised. So apart from being Catholic, and this is really anti-Catholic, this belief I used to have, I used to think that people, that like, okay, let's say there's 1,000 people right there. I used to think that maybe 5 of those 1,000 people, I don't even know if that's like a number that's accurate, were people. Right? You're gonna think this is crazy. And then I used to think that the other maybe, I don't know, I'm just giving you a percentage here. The other 955 of those people were fillers. People that were used to kind of just be there. As like terrible as that sounds, that's a terrible thought. Who thinks like that? So 5 people, so let's say if there's 7 billion people in the world. I don't know how many people there are in the world, I really don't give a shit either. Let's say if there's 7 billion people in the world, I would say like back then, old Nick would have thought that 100,000 of those people were real people. And the rest, the other 6,900,000,900 zillion, I can't do math right now, but the rest of those people were just fillers. People that were there for people to like learn experiences and whatnot, which for me, I tied it into my Catholicism. It doesn't make sense. Like, I made it seem like in heaven, you kind of like choose a blueprint. You go to Earth, you learn it. You might have to die to make a lesson for your dad or something like that. Or maybe your dad dies because you needed to learn that lesson. You needed to learn the loss of a fatherly figure or something like that. I don't know, or a loss of a brother, or a loss of a cat. I don't know. I'm not too sure. I'm alive. You know what I'm saying? But it's always just been weird thoughts like that. Like the craziest of thoughts. And I always like love to write books too. Like, it's just something that I've done. Like, let me read you an excerpt from one of the books that I wrote a while ago. It's crazy. Like, I used to write stuff in 7th grade, and they all, like, even before that, they all always ended in death. Like, why do they gotta end like that? I was so young. It's crazy. And the even crazier part is I've never really had anyone die in my life, really, besides cats and dogs, which, don't get me wrong, I love my animals, but I just think that's crazy. That is some crazy stuff. So I'm an emotional ass person. I hide my emotions, though I don't really share them with people. But like, here's an excerpt from my book. It's called Some Kind of Nightmare, because why wouldn't it be called Some Kind of Nightmare? So here it is. This is how it starts. I am not ready to die. They closed around him. He braced himself while sensing the end was near. He grinned, a grin of a dead man. Dropped his weapon with the loss of hope of a dying man, and thought about how close he was to surviving. But he was playing the game of the damned, No game for humans. He realized there had never been any hope, for he had just been prolonging the inevitable. His ending was written long before his first breath, and the author, none other than humanity's closest friend, death. He stood there, breathing heavily, legs weak, arms are sweaty, there's vomit on his sweat. No, legs weak, drenched in blood and sweat. But he never gave up. He's going to keep fighting till the end. Not just his end, but the end of everything, for he's the last hope, the only hope, since the beginning. Like, this is like stuff I wrote when I was young. Like, that's crazy. Kids shouldn't be writing stuff like that. I think it's kind of cool, though. You always want to keep your mind open. But anyways, I digress from that portion. Now, that was just like before. I would say that was just an opening. Now, this is called The Beginning, the first chapter. This is how it starts. And I'm not a depressed person. I've never really been depressed. I have a weird thought. Like, I think differently, I don't know. This is how it starts. Life is mundane. Humanity has always set out to find excitement wherever it may lie. Whether it's falling through the sky or diving to deeper depths, we will find it. Society is nothing but a bore. If only life was anything like it used to be when there was no massive civilizations, hunting and fighting every day just to simply survive. A life of fulfillment, because there's nothing more fulfilling than surviving. He sits there on his bed, staring at the floor with a dead expression on his face. He hasn't slept in days. By choice. What? He doesn't want to. That world's just too cruel for him. But he's become weary. He knows that there is no escape. No matter how hard he tries, he will return. His head is crowded with thoughts that haunt his soul. His eyes become very heavy, but nonetheless he fights the urge to sleep. Eventually he faints from pure exhaustion. Now our fun begins. That's like someone else's voice in there. That's crazy. All night he has nightmares of a new kind. These nightmares rip in terror at his every last nerve. They make him want to kill. They make him want to die. He tries to stop dreaming. He tries to wake up, but he never can. He lays there suspended in his own personal hell, trying to escape. Over and over he cries for help, but no one's around to hear. Loneliness imprisons his soul. Hatred fills his heart, and death can be seen within his eyes. This nightmare seems never-ending, forever tormenting. Then finally, his alarm clock, sounding louder than the roar of thunder across the sky, wakes him from his horrific slumber. He lunges out of bed in a sort of panic, heart racing and out of breath. He sits there, lightheaded. He can barely keep his eyes open, but he stands up, leans against the wall, and slowly slides to the ground. He stays there, sitting in the shadows, trying to forget, but the nightmare still torments him in his awake state. He remembers every detail. He remembers screams of pain and fear, but not to whom they belong. Tears start to roll down his cheeks. Why? Like, there was nothing to like inspire that. I just like to think that way. It's crazy. I'm a crazy person, I guess. I don't know. But I guess the main point of this vlog would be... Now you guys are going to be like, Nick, how did you get from point A to point B here? The main point of this vlog, and I want you guys to hear me out here, I want you to go ahead and think differently. I want you all to think as differently as you can. If you believe in ghosts and someone tells you ghosts aren't real, you believe in your ghosts, you know? Like, come on. Do you believe in what you want to believe? I'm just sick of the world, how everyone thinks the same, everyone dresses the same. Like, I think this is stupid, but I think we should be able to wear cloaks again. Why can't I go around the street wearing a cloak? That is so stupid. I don't even understand anymore. I'm just wishing that everyone was more unique. Why? So if there's one thing that you guys could do for me, please be yourself. Don't be anything for anyone else. Don't do anything for anyone else. If anyone tries to pressure you into anything you don't like, you tell them to go to hell. Like, you just say it straight up like that, because they may be, in lack of a better thought process, a filler, like I was talking about earlier. They just might be there to try to mess you up. Just, you know what's right for yourself. You do. Just do you, boo-boo. You do you, boo-boo. You do you, boo-boo. Yeah, but I'm not a preacher or anything like that, but I'm hoping you guys listen to my words, because not a lot of people preach like that. Some people say, yeah, be yourself, try to be your own person, but I'm just saying, try to think differently. Think outside of the box. Always think outside of the box. Always try to have fun. It's okay to laugh at things that seem terrible. If you're laughing because someone died in a movie, that's okay. if someone's like, oh, you're a terrible person, no, that's fine. Everything can be funny. Everything can be funny. And I mean that. Everything can be funny. It doesn't matter what it is, okay? Something terrible may happen to you now. You may be depressed, you may be upset, but I can guarantee you somewhere down the line, you can make light of that situation. I can guarantee you. I don't know. I mean, I guess I haven't been in every situation. Like, there's certain things that haven't happened to me that are terrible that have happened to other people, but for the most part, I think you get what I'm saying. Because if you don't, I don't either. I'm just talking. I just like to talk sometimes. This is one of Nick's crazy vlogs. I'm going to put this in its own category. It's going to be called Crazy Vlogs. It's super crazy. I'm going to drink this Pepsi right now.